Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are, whenever you are. It's literally 6 p.m. and I'm eating cereal and drinking coffee. I don't know what's going on. I'm going crazy, and I'm sure, at least I hope, other people are also going crazy. I didn't plan this video, but I decided I'm gonna make a video about my crazy annoying tenants because I'm so annoyed. I'll put that down. A little backstory here. So aside from being a real estate agent and representing people in selling or buying properties like homes and condos, I also manage real estate. I manage both commercial and residential real estate, so that's both like apartments and like storefronts and stuff like that, but I mostly do apartments, so I pretty much correspond with a bunch of tenants and go after them for their rent. I keep track of all the rents that they get and of income statements and of expenses for the property, and I hire people to do repairs whenever there's any problems. I also lease out the units, so whenever someone is leaving, I find someone new for the apartment or whatever that is. That's another one of the things I do. Actually quite a big thing that I do. So honestly, I just really want to vent and tell some of my stories of being a landlord. I don't own any of these properties, but I manage them for property owners. I deal with, a lot of tenants and corresponding with tenants, and especially right now, I swear something's going on because everyone's like quarantined and stuck in their apartments. Everyone's going crazy or is really lonely if they live alone, or something's going on because I am just like getting blown up with texts and calls from tenants all over the place. I'm not sure if it's because people are lonely or bored, but I've been getting so many complaints from tenants. So yes, there are some legitimate reasons that tenants are reaching out to me right now, and I have a ton of work to do constantly because of that, is what a lot of people are hearing about, and that's that people are allowed to not pay their rent right now and not get evicted. Everyone's heard about this. I'm very understanding to all the tenants because I know a ton of people are losing their jobs and it's a really, really tough time for a lot of people. So of course I have to coordinate with them what the schedule of their rent's gonna be. A lot of people are making agreements. For example, some are saying they're gonna pay half their rent of April, half of May, and then those two halves are gonna be added on to June, which kind of concerns me because I'm like, where in between now and June are you gonna make so much money that you're gonna have 2 months rent then? So, yeah, I'm a little concerned with that because, the effects of this are taking a toll going forward rather than having taken a toll on people's incomes in the last month, which they're paying for this month. So, I'm a little concerned about that, but yeah, I just have a ton of extra work because I'm making agreements and a lot of addendums that this is the new rent schedule for the next few months. So that's one thing that I'm just overwhelmed with. I'm just like constantly answering people's phone calls and emails and text messages about stuff like that. But on another end, there's people who I swear are just lonely and bored and want to annoy me because they have no one else to talk to. I don't know what it is. I'm just getting so many complaints from tenants. Maybe it's because they're home more and they are noticing more things that they didn't before, or because the other tenants in the building are there more. Something is going on, but everyone's going crazy and they're using me as a therapist and as like a little school teacher that they're tattletelling to me. So I have one tenant, for example, that constantly complains about everything, especially about one of the neighbors who lives in the building too. They are just going on and on about why all these things need to be changed. So, of course, anything that needs to be repaired, I send someone out there to do. So whether it's something to do with plumbing or about the washing machine, of course I'm going to do that. But outside of that, they continue to explain why it needs to be done. So, for example, one of the washing machines wasn't working properly, and they were like, we need to wash our clothes, especially during this time. There's so many germs and stuff like that. And of course I understand that that's an issue. They need to wash their clothes. But they just went on, and I had already told them that I sent someone there to fix it and that it's going to get done and I will let them know when it's done. But they just continue to explain why it needs to be done, where I understand that these things are an issue. You don't need to keep telling me a million times that this is an issue, because yes, of course you need to wash your clothes. Then I have tenants who complain about their neighbors and about how they can hear everything in their neighbor's apartment and about how annoying their neighbors are, as if I can evict them or get rid of them because of those reasons. And it's like, no, well, one, you can't evict anyone right now, but two, that is not a valid reason to get rid of a tenant. Everyone has a right to stay in their apartment if they're paying and are somewhat okay tenants, so they're not causing harm to others to a substantial extent. I guess that tenant might say that that is a substantial amount of harm that they're causing by being that annoying, but you know, it's not a valid reason to evict someone. And yeah, so I've just been really dealing with a ton of tenants, and I'm tired of it. But, you know, investment properties are always a good thing to invest in. So if you're looking to invest in real estate and be a landlord and manage properties, it's definitely a great thing to do. It's probably the best investment and safest investment out there. It's done correctly, but it comes with its really, really annoying challenges. And I'm just going through that right now. And I'm like, I just like want to rip out my hair. If you're a landlord and have had some really annoying or bad experiences with tenants, or if you're a tenant and have had some really weird or annoying or bad experiences with your landlord, comment them down below. I'm really curious to know if other people are going through weird stuff right now because of quarantine, or just like have had weird experiences, because I want to know that I'm not alone and going crazy. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really helps my channel. Otherwise, take care and stay safe.